Okay, so let me just start off by saying all of the people in all of the programs, I'm so grateful for you for giving me the time and space while I process my best friend's passing. I was very excited when she asked me to take this journey with her. We had been talking about it, and it was an honor. And so I thought I would come on here and share a few things to kind of close that week out. It's been a week. Granted, I was coming and there was a lot more to it, but this was her final week here, and Susie's gone. And she was my best friend. And I don't connect that way with a lot of people. So it was like very traumatic for me, even though like I do what I do. Uh, I wasn't really worried. We'd done all of the pre-work, and so there was nothing to worry about. She was ready to go. I would like to say that she taught me so many things. She's taught me so many things. Susie and I met years ago, and it was the funniest thing. If you haven't heard the story, we were doing readings at the time together at an event, and I had kind of seen her, but we'd never met. And this was the first time we were by each other, and she came up to me before we started, and she was like, "I don't mean to pry, but I want you to know that there's a hole in your aura on your back." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And she was like, "Oh, do you want me to fix it?" And I was like, "Could you please? I'm exhausted. I'm going through cancer, and they just removed a muscle out of my back yesterday, and I don't have the energy." And she was like, "What the hell?" So we immediately bonded because she was just recovering from her cancer. And here I was, like towards the end of mine. And then we were both coming into this world that was taboo at the time. Needless to say, we're both old and we've known each other for a while. But she taught me so many things. She was my first real true friend that saw me for who I was, and that was beautiful. She taught me to stop caring what other people think and to just be me, because I'm a little different. We all are, right? But we have all these patterns that are from society that put us in these boxes. And we did some crazy things together, one of which many of you know about. We opened up a healing center that had a cafe and Reiki rooms and crystals and all kinds of stuff. It was just shenanigans. And we both learned a lot. And in that process, it was great because she was like, "When are you going to come out and stop hiding behind just being an astrologer?" And so that was kind of the beginning of me being courageous. So she taught me courage and not to accept anything because I was in a completely different reality. And it's okay. And it's okay to be human. That was another thing she taught me. We made a pretty quantifiable mistake at one point, and it was a very rough lesson to learn. And it was using discretion. Doesn't matter what realm they come from, who they are, what's going on. Discretion matters in all of reality, and question everything. So we are on a few days in of her 13-day journey. For those of you who don't know what passing is like, there is a 13-day journey that you go through to help others understand, because I am getting a lot of phone calls and messages about how death is. And in our house, we tend to focus and work with death a lot. So I'll be putting up some more posts about death and like the realms and the 13-day journey and all these different things. Hopefully it helps you with your mourning process. I know that for me, I kind of went through multiple stages, right? The grief and loss of my best friend, the anger of losing my best friend, and just all these different things. And um, I know she was out the first couple of days visiting several people. Don't be disappointed if she didn't come visit you. But also I would ask you to be respectful. These 13 days are very important for the soul. Do not try to channel or call on her. Just let her go around and do what she needs to do and respect that. She was a magnificent human being, and she decided to leave us. And honestly, I couldn't imagine a more noble way to leave. The way Susie decided to leave was exactly how I shouldn't say all, but the majority of shaman, gurus, swami, like all these spiritual leaders, they all have a very similar path on how they leave. And it was beautiful to see that Susie had the same opportunity because she had completed her purpose. And so I just really hope that everyone can have that experience and experience that freedom that comes when your time comes. So please respect her and her family. And I look forward to sharing more with all of you about death and how the actual like mechanics and process of that works. And it's not belief related. It is genuinely how the universe works. And then let her release her as she's going into this next stage. And so it's really important that within those 13 days, we get the closure we need so that her soul is not wanting to stay here to help people grieve. We want her to be able to move on. We talked a lot. So, um, anyways, if you have questions, feel free to leave comments. And I appreciate all of you that again that gave me the space while I processed this and took care of things because there were human things to be done, there were spiritual things to be done. And so many of you were like, hey, we can cancel class tonight. And I was like, thank you. I need that. It took me longer than I thought to process all of it. And I was like, Mike was even laughing. There's been moments where I've just totally not been in body. And I'm like, what? What do you need? Here, whatever. Like, so, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this short little series we're gonna do. And please let me know if there's any questions or anything I can do to help you. And I hope this helps your journey as well. Take care.